Welcome everybody to Hecate Night, the special ritual and honoring and meditation for the goddess Hecate. Hecate. Hecate is a dark goddess, primarily from the Greek religions of mythology long ago, but surprisingly, many modern witches or practitioners feel her calling as a goddess of the witches, as a protectress of all witches. And so for many years, I, or along with my coven, the Circle of Wondrous Stories, performed the occasional Hecate Night ritual, which is usually on November 16th or August 13th, or maybe another date. These are actually from the Greek calendar when she was honored thus. So over many years, I've, with my colleagues, put on these rituals to honor her, usually involving a meditation and a sense of invoking her. So I offer that with that simple idea. Thank you.
I do bid thee, O unseen forces of nature, to gather round me in this circle, for in this mystical hour of night I do call forth the dark goddess of the moon. I invoke and conjure you, Hecate, queen of the underworld and protectress of all witches. Come now into this circle of fire, as I do perform this rite in your honor.
Good evening. Hail, Hecate Trevia, wise one of the willows, thou who stirrest the cauldron of fate with the staff of destiny. Hail, Hecate Trevia, Queen of the ghost world, enthroned upon the bones of departed generations, may the spirits of thy cryptid domain be pleased with these rites of honoring as they celebrate your holy feast day among us. Hail Hecate Trevia, spectral sovereign of darkness, bringer of shadows, that we might see invisible realities without distraction from the light. So now we are going to enter a liminal space. I'm going to do a guided meditation. And what I'm going to do is put us into a relaxed state and journey us downward into an underworld realm. And we will encounter Hecate through this meditation. So relax, everyone. Take deep breaths, inhale and exhale to the count of 4, however long you wish to make that count. Relax and continue breathing. Slowly inhale and exhale. Imagine you are in a dark place, seeing the cauldron of Hecate, the cauldron of Caradwen, the ancient golden cauldron beckoning to you. In your mind's eye, see the waters within the cauldron swirl and rise. As they rise, they move upward into your consciousness to release your mystic sight. Now hold on as we go down the stairway, counting from 10 to 0. Each step taking us deeper and deeper into our unconscious and subconscious. Hecate, guardian of the crossways, attendant at the axis of change, guide me through this darkness. Comfort me in this time of transition. Allow me to embrace change without fear. Help me to choose the correct path. Now breathe deeply some more. In and out to the count of 4. At last, you come out upon the stairways, and there you are in a very dark and barren field. You look around and feel the presence of no one, no thing, nothing at all. Look around further into the landscape. But continue to breathe deeply, focusing on your breath, counting from 1 to 4, and then back out again. Let this breath take you down further into your own depths. Relax and allow your eyes to close gently. Be still for the next moment. And as you open your inner eyes, you find yourself in total darkness, aware only that you are somewhere outdoors. Above your head, the sky is filled with stars, but no moon. Beneath your feet, you can feel tough shrubs and grass. A cold wind chills you as it blows from distant mountains, becoming black against the horizon. As your eyes become accustomed to the dark, you see a mound directly in front of you, not unlike a Neolithic tomb. Concentrate on this mound, for you will see it now with the eyes of a psychic, and therefore it appears to shimmer with a silvery blue light, undulating and writhing like a snake. The mound seems to swell, shift, and change in this astral light, opening up to you as you stand patiently before it. Gently, as the mound opens, you become aware of figures, men, women, children, who step from this opening, shadowy at first, but becoming clearer as they come toward you. Some you may recognize as members of your own dear family who have passed on. Others you will not know, but you feel a deep connection to them. See them come toward you now, dressed in garments of different times, different generations or countries. Feel that love and warmth and pride that they feel toward you now, for they are your ancestors, and you are their sum total. You are their promise of ongoing life, and as you live, so do they, for they are your own flesh and blood. Continue to breathe and reflect on this. Now, do not be afraid of them, and as you look at them, you will realize that some of them lived until they were very old. Some died young, some in war and battle, and some peacefully in their sleep. Some reach out with wonder to touch you, to feel the loving connection. Look into their eyes and their faces. See a part of yourself in them. And beyond them, you notice a door with a key. And then suddenly in your hand is that key, as if it had always been there. Take the key in your hand and turn the lock in the door. Open the door, and as you walk through the door, you feel everything moving around you, moving quickly, and you find a rush of sensation as you hurtle through this small tunnel beyond the door. Down and down you go, and as you travel, images of your own past rush to meet you. From childhood and early adulthood, faces of people you have known and half remember. They speak to you, but you cannot hear what they say. Eventually you land with a bump at the bottom, and you find yourself now in a round, rocky cave. A dim redness is cast by the light of a simple peat fire. Over it hangs a large black iron cauldron, and stirring the cauldron with a thigh bone is a woman. She seems to be neither young nor old. Her black hair is streaked with gray, and her eyes are fierce and wild. She wears coarse, dark, woolen robes and heavy copper bangles. About her neck she wears a necklace of small bones strung on human hair. Her skin is dark and creased with lines, but she is nevertheless handsome and powerful. This is Hecate. She does not look at you, but continues to stir the cauldron, muttering into it and throwing in handfuls of seeds and herbs. Occasionally she shrieks and laughs. Eventually you pluck up the courage to draw closer to the fire to warm yourself. She raises her dark eyes and looks at you. That fire has gone now from her glance, and when she speaks, her voice is low and powerful.
I am the one who guards and tends the cauldron of your life. Come closer and look at your life. Feel the power and presence of all those who have gone before you, those who have fed the sacred water that you might live now. You in turn shall both feast and drink from this so that your line can go on and your life be filled with meaning and vitality. Come closer and see your life in the cauldron.
You move closer and peer into the churning liquid, surprised to see how crystal clear it has become. You see yourself reflected back with startling clarity. Everything you have been, everything that has happened to you, both good and bad, happy and sad, is here, for life is both bitter and sweet.
Now do you stand at the crossroads of your life? For why else would you have made this journey? Roads that cross are my domain. Places where an old woman sits and waits for the traveler to come and ask the way. Speak and tell me of your path. Which way do you want to go? What do you seek to help you make this journey?
So now take that moment and speak to the crone, speak to Hecate. Speak of your hopes and dreams, your wishes and needs. Whatever you have lacked in the past, tell her everything. And as you speak, she continues to stir the cauldron, and it churns and broths and froths and bubbles with life, your life. When you finish, she stops.
There, child of earth, you must understand who I really am. Every man, woman, and child, every living being is a cauldron, a sacred vessel that holds the wondrous spirit of life. The Great Mother tends the cauldron, stirring it into life and adding the herbs and spices that are the many experiences of that life. Some are foul and some are sweet. Some burn like fire, some soothe and heal. Some give pleasure and ecstasy, others pain and sorrow. Life teaches many things, and in the course of one lifetime, there are many little births and deaths. But I, who am the guardian, set the lines of power and spirit pass from generation to generation, filling this sacred vessel. Few make the journey here to the source of their power. Fewer still drink from the cauldron, filled with the blood, flesh, bones, and spirit of their ancestors. What choice will you make now? In drinking from this cauldron, you will take into yourself the power of your ancestors. It will strengthen and aid you to make the right decisions in your life. It has the power to give renewed life and vitality, and it is your right to take it if you so wish. For the ancestors have both wisdom to offer if you but listen to their voices.
And at that, Hecate takes a wooden spoon, stirs the cauldron, and offers it to you. If you accept and drink from it, you may taste wine or water, milk or herbs, sweet or bitter, for all lives are different. Whatever you drink is the sum total of what you are and what is right for you at this moment. As you drink, think of your life. What do you want? What do you need? Which way do you want to go? Take a moment and savor this taste. And now begin the slow ascent back into your consciousness. Feel yourself rising, moving away from this field, this mound of earth, this landscape, moving away from the crone Hecate, climbing back to the surface now. As we ascend, we count from 1 to 10. Take that first step. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath and feel yourself slowly beginning to wake up. 4, 5. Feel a little more awake. 6, 7, 8. You are almost back. Begin breathing faster. 9, 10. Take 3 short breaths. Open your eyes and return to now. We now wish for all gathered forces to return back to their native habitats. Go, wise one Hecate. Go if you must, but stay if you will. North and east, south and west. Return back to your natural order. Watchtowers over us. Let all forces return back from whence they came. The celebration is over. So let it be. Hi, everybody. I wanted to just leave you with my final thoughts saying I hope you enjoyed the ritual. I hope the meditation provided you your own opportunity to clarify or see issues about your life or where you're going. And I wanted to mention the sources I worked with. Of course, I've worked with a number of sources over the years I've been doing this ritual, and some of them come back and forth, more favored, less favored, but I often rely upon the same ones, and mostly those were included this time. So I'm going to show you some of those briefly. I like to give my bibliography because, you know, a good eclectic witch always tells their sources. So this has been a great treasure to use. There we are. Witchcraft by Jarena Dunwich. Ms. Dunwich does a number of books, maybe not too much recently, but a few years back, and I am indebted to the information in this book. It's made some of the rituals really pop, as they say. I also like to use the materials in this book, The Crafted Cup by Shadwin, and I use it for a lot of invocations and some of the rituals that I've done over the years. It's very evocative. And of course, they call Halloween Hallowmas, and I strongly approve of that. For getting into the meditation aspects, I use the Nikki Scully works, The Golden Cauldron, and also this new edition of that called The Power Animal Meditations. It's a valuable tool for meditation path guide working if you can find it. I also use the invocations from this book, The Dark Archetype by Dumars and Nix. And then finally, the bulk of the actual meditation was taken literally, only a few small changes from the very wonderful Dolores Ashcroft Nowicki and the Initiate's book of path workings. And I've used these a number of times at various presentations, at convocation, at lots of places. I'm losing my mind here. But anyways, that's what a good ritual can do to you. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming tonight, and I hope you really appreciate this. And until the next time, so mote it be, blessed be.